Hello, this is Postdoc Chronicles week number 88. So currently I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire on my Nintendo Switch. So I played it on the Lite. So I had it before, but it recently I've been enamored by the game. So I've been playing that, but I'm not featuring that because I've already featured that game in my previous Postdoc Chronicles. Currently we're featuring a game known as WTF Boss Rush. Okay, so as you can see, I'm playing it on my GPI case, but the gimmick about this game is actually a bullet hell, as you can see right there, and it's like a boss rush. So there are no stages. You fight boss with increasing difficulty with this insane bullet patterns like you usually see in bullet hell games. But the amazing thing about this game is I actually developed it myself. So it's written on this architecture or fantasy console known as a Pico 8. So it's like it has limitations very similar to that of a NES or a Game Boy Color, in that it has a very low resolution. The maximum file size is like 32 kilobytes, and then the resolution is only up to 128 by 128. And yeah, so within the sort of emulator for the fantasy console, you can do the development of the code in there. So everything is located in there. You can play in there, you can develop programs in there. And the nice thing is, after I develop the game, I can play it on my GPI because Raspberry supports Pico 8, and so again, fantasy console is something like a console that does not exist. That's why it's called a fantasy console, but it's very similar to a console because it has its own it has its own limitations, it has its quirks, it has its own properties, and so on. So as you can see here, that's the game right there, and this is basically the program that I've been doing. So as you can see for that particular game, so as you can see, I have now 6 tabs. So this is the main tab is right here, and as you can see in the main tab, I have like over 1,000 lines of codes right here. Okay, so I'm almost done. So per tab, that's like one boss fight with increasing difficulty. So currently I'm on the tab number 6. I'm currently doing that one, so the feature that you're doing. But basically, if you start it, it's a boss rush. It's called WTF Boss Rush, named after my playmates in Techno Hub. We call our group Techno Friends. So WTF, actually, it doesn't stand for what the fuck. It stands for WTF, which Techno Friends Boss Rush, and each of the bosses are named after different people from Techno Friends. So as you can see right here, I've set their lives initially equal to 1 HP so that I can debug it easier. Okay, so after you kill, for example, this boss, every level you increase a life, and then you have another boss, and then with different pattern after you kill that. Each boss, in the actual game, they actually have 10 lives each. I only make them 1 life each initially for debugging, so that I can go to the stage that I'm at currently, which is at stage 6, I believe, which is next to this one. So currently I'm in this stage, and so I'm still working on this one. So right now it has no bullet detection yet, so you're still invincible. But yeah, I'm on the second to the last boss. The last one will be insane, but this one, the gimmick of this boss is that he will create an illusion, and then once you shoot the wrong one, it will fire homing shots, but it's not yet done. Okay, so but anyway, you get the idea. So you can develop games that are at the level of Game Boy Color, NES, but the creativity, like for example, in the NES or Game Boy Color library, I don't know any game that have a bullet hell of this magnitude right here that I made. So it's really so much fun. But anyway, Postdoc Chronicle. So as you can see here in the background, I'm still simulating lots of events for my PITHIA qualification tasks in relation to the number of different processes that I need to confirm for the new version of PITHIA 8.3.01. So I've been doing that. So every time, all of the time there's an event running in the background. Of course, it's running on the grid. It's not running on my laptop. on the grid, we have like a local, it's not really local, it's on the cloud, but we call it local if it's your own. We have allotted 100 gigabytes of memory that we can use as we see fit. So every time I run an event over there, and then I run revet analysis on the events, the existing revet analysis written by Atlas people. And then afterwards, I run another same event for the recent version of Pythia. I ran another revet analysis on that, and then I move on to another process. And also, I am doing this validation task for Checkmate. So Jong assigned me this paper. It's a 2020 paper. It's a recent one on the direct search for Stau production. So this is not yet part of the Checkmate implementation. So what we do is we do Checkmate validation on that. We do a Checkmate analysis on that particular search, and then we do a validation. So basically, you compare the cut flow of the Checkmate analysis that you made versus the existing cut flow published in HEP data. So I can't show it right now because for some reasons it's still loading. Yeah, but so that's also currently what I'm doing. And then also another one is I'm still setting up. I haven't started yet because I want to work on this first. But I'm also setting up the MUED project. So the framework that Roberto gave me, so I can now start searching for or scanning for allowable lambda R using the most recent build of Checkmate. Okay, so once I'm able to do that, I believe it's easy. I haven't done it yet because, like I said, I'm still doing the Checkmate. But once I get that set up, I can scan for allowable lambda R, and then R inverse for the MUED parameters that constrains it. And then after I do the scan, then I can begin writing the draft of the paper. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then also for our DIHGS project, so the paper is still in a drafting phase. So again, the referee already made his comments. We are already writing the comments, already working on the draft, and then I believe it's on its final final version before we submit the reply to the referee, and then we do that. But anyway, yeah, I still need to cook my lunch. This has been Postdoc Chronicles week number 88. So we'll see what happens afterwards because as technically my visa actually expires April 30, but under these very special circumstances, I believe I emailed the person assigned in the university to handle our visa. She said we can't really do anything right now because the Department of Home Affairs is closed. So I think, yeah, she said maybe they'll be lenient with the extension, because no one can really do anything about my extension since we can't really process anything. But anyway, so the lockdown ends April 30. I don't know if it's gonna be extended yet, so I'm gonna update you this week whether that's gonna happen. But anyway, this has been Postdoc Chronicles week number 88. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.